All right, guys, welcome into another episode of Thrift Chronicles. I'm your host, Johnny O, with my partner in crime.
Games by Omar. What's going on, everybody?
So, Omar, how was your week this week? I know we were discussing before we got on air about your whatnot experience, my PayPal business experience. But how that whatnot go for you? Because I know you haven't been on there for a minute.
So I decided to just kind of pop up. I think my last whatnot was like in March, and then the one before that was in 2024. So, my whatnot history is spotty at best. I decided to pop up. It was exactly how I expected it, man. I made a whole five.
Man, $5—that's not even enough to get a meal nowadays.
I know, man. But I went on there. I was on there about an hour. I went on Saturday morning. I want to say I was on from like 11:30 to like 12:30, and expectations were low because, like I said, whatnot's one of those things that's like momentum carried. If you're constant on there and you get boosted in the algorithm, or you're always engaging. I'm never on whatnot. Anybody who knows me knows that. So I decided to go for it. I had a few people interested in some things. My setup was I just set everything up on the table. I pan the camera, let everybody know what I got, and anybody could ask questions, see things, stuff like that. I had some interest in some expensive things, but people didn't want to spend the expensive money. Didn't get any sales from that, but I did get one sale, and I gained a few followers, so I'll take it as a positive. I know with whatnot I really have to be a little bit more frequent in there to build it back up, because most of the people that follow me on whatnot probably don't even, I don't, they've moved on because I'm never on there. It was a bunch of random people that I was talking to, people that I didn't even, I've never seen before. So, I'll definitely give it a little bit more time, and then we'll see where it goes. To jump on that, I actually forgot to mention right before I went live on whatnot, um, I went live on District for the first time. And, District's a little different. You like build your community, and you can sell through there, but it's more about like building a community. And I've been on there, I think maybe about 3 months. I haven't put too much attention to it, but I do know you could live stream. So right before I did the whatnot, I just turned it on, and they do it a little different on whatnot. When you have one person, when it shows one person in your stream, that one person is you, right? But on District, when it's one person in your stream, that means there's actually one person. So I had hopped on, I saw the one, I wasn't saying anything, I was just chilling. And then I saw it go down to 0, and I was like, oh, that means somebody was in here. So whoever that was, my bad. I didn't engage with him because I didn't know. I thought it was just me. But I went live on District, and then I decided to go live on whatnot. And yeah, it was an interesting thing, man. But next time will be better, man. Next time will be better. But how about you, bro?
Yeah, I don't know. For me, it just I wouldn't really do much today. I haven't done whatnot for a while, like how you've been. I probably would have had the same experience as you. I probably would have had less than 11 people in my stream because it also would have been like, okay, what am I going to actually go on live for? And then two, like how you said, nobody was really trying to spend that money. Right now a lot of stuff's going on. So, but yeah, for me, my sales are kind of down right now on my eBay. I think I probably sold this week. I want to say like 10 items, but they weren't like highly thought out items. They're just little couple VHSs for $2-3, and that's about it. A couple sports cards.
Okay.
I did pick up on some sport cards this weekend just to see if I pulled anything good that I can resell. I think yesterday I got some boxes yesterday from Walmart to resell. I think the only thing I pulled yesterday was a Jackson Dart rookie card. So obviously I automatically threw that right on my eBay store. I didn't do bid because, like I was saying, I don't believe in the bidding thing unless it's like a high expensive, like just say a Tawny rookie card. I'm gonna go ahead and bid that. Make sure I take advantage where people could go ahead and bid on that so I can get the most out of it. And then I just re-upped on the on a case of tumblers. So I've been making some more cups, trying to get that out there, sell that on my We Be Thrifting stores on all platforms to show people that I am a tumbler creator, guys. Gotta make this money.
Definitely.
And pretty much, and then I listed most of the stuff that I had left over in the in my bin that I told you from, I think it was like 4 or 5 months ago. of inventory from the 1,000 bale of clothes that I got. So I finally went through that. I've been postponing, like how you've been postponing for the last 5 months, putting stuff on eBay. I finally posted all those clothes on there, and now the bin is cleared. I was planning on going to LA this weekend, well, Compton, to get the more clothes, but I just been busy. I didn't have time, so I figured, you know what, rent's around the corner. There's no need for me to spend no money right now. But the good news is I did sign up for because of you. I did the PayPal business,
Nice.
and I sold a couple stuff this weekend just as in tumblers, and still messing around with it. I know way before I've known you worked at Warner Brothers, so I already know they're like, you're a regular, Omar. We don't need to verify anything. You're our number one. So
Something like that.
right, but other than that, no, that's all. That's how my week was. Obviously, I know we discussed that the holidays are coming. You know, Christmas is around pretty much almost around the corner. So hopefully we both do good on sales. I know Black Friday will be coming around after Thanksgiving, so get some good sales. I guess boost for all our platforms and stuff like that. Maybe I'll be able to go on Whatnot a lot more. Hopefully in the near future. If not, how about you? What you think you got going on for the holidays and more Whatnot schedule shows?
So I haven't scheduled, I made a promise to myself that I'm going to actually put myself out there a little more on Whatnot. So I might be doing more shows this month. I will be doing more shows. Let me say that. Because if I say might, I'm going to just not do it. But I'll do more Whatnot shows. I'm trying to see, what's going on. We are talking about TikTok Shop. So, I started putting stuff on there, just seeing what's that about, just exploring different platforms. And it's kind of a good thing and a bad thing because, with me, I feel like sometimes I could really make a lot more progress if I put all my focus on like something. But I just believe in, diversify, man. Like I spread things out all the time. So it's kind of a good thing and a bad thing. So I'm like, oh, well, I got to do a little bit of this and then do a little bit of that. And then you don't end up really doing too much of anything. My goal this month is boost up my TikTok shop, put a little bit more on Whatnot, maybe Encore as well. My Encore did end the auction on Saturday. I had a $1 start auction for PS2 Slim. It didn't go as high as I thought it was gonna go. I'm gonna keep it real.
What did it go for?
It went for $39.
Okay, well, what were you expecting?
I mean, so auction wise, I was expecting maybe in the 60s, low 70s, high 60s, low 70s. I've sold so that I could have just sold by it now for probably like $80, realistically, bro.
Yeah, yeah. Well, at least you're being honest. You're letting everybody out there that's listening know what they could have got if they would have sold it on not on any of the platforms.
Yeah, so I just like when I put that stuff in the stores, those I kind of put around like the 80 mark. And that one, yeah, I ran it $1 start on Encore because I do a lot of $1 starts. I've changed certain things to $3 starts, but like consoles or the more expensive stuff, I'll start at $1 over there because they actually boost the dollar starts over like any other, $2, $3, $4 or whatever. So that one I did $1 just to boost it. It had a lot of traction. A lot of people were viewing the video, but it just didn't pan out, man. Like the bids didn't go. Um, I wasn't salty about it. Sometimes you got to just chalk that up to the game and, just keep it pushing. I mean, like I said, the week before I did the switch and that went for 130. So it's just it's a numbers game, man. Like sometimes you win, sometimes you don't win. And then whatever the next auction that I'll do over there, hopefully it goes up. But it's that's one thing as a reseller, man. If you're going to do auctions, just know that it may or may not go your way. And for me, I don't remember what I paid for that, but I think I still made a little bit of money at least because I don't pay a huge value for the stuff that I buy. Usually I try to get at the lowest cost possible. So I still made out a little bit, but it definitely could have went a lot better than what it did.
No, you're right, but you still made something. That's all that matters. You probably don't, like you said, you don't probably remember exactly what you got it for, but you still made a profit. But that's the part of the game when we put stuff on auctions. We never know what we're gonna expect, what's gonna sell for. It might sell higher than what we expect, or it might sell lower. But at the end of the day, we just have to understand that it's sold and we got to sell, the customer got a deal, and we made him not got a deal, but they got a deal, they're happy, and then maybe they can come back and come to our store and buy another product or one of our streams and bid on something that they might see again. You know what I mean? So that's like you said, it's the nature of the beast of this reselling game. You know, you win some, you lose some, and that's part of it.
Definitely, definitely. Yeah, for me, I see it as a gained customer, They'll remember that deal. Like, man, I went and got a PS2 with a game and a controller and a memory card for like $39 plus what shipping and tax and all that. So maybe they, tops probably spent like 60 or something like that, and that's still a good deal. So I'm hoping with that he'll remember me, whenever I'm putting more auctions or when I put buy nows, because I packed it good. Once he gets it, it's going to be in working condition. He won't have any issues. So it should be, barring the post office, because anything can happen with the post office. But,
Yeah, bro, you bringing up the post office, I don't even want to talk about the post office. Man, oh man, I ain't even the holidays. I didn't mean to cut you off, but it ain't even the holidays yet, and I've already had to refund at
they already,
least six people last week because they didn't get six of their VHSs. So
oh,
I'm kind of salty with this dang post office crap because this is not the first time this happened. I was prolonging the customer for a minute, like, hold on, listen, just wait one more day. Just wait till Friday. Just, well, it said it was delivered. Okay, well, that means it was probably delivered to the post office. This is not your house yet. But let's go ahead and let's just be patient. I'll be glad to refund you, but I just want to make sure you get it because I don't want to refund you and then you still receive the video because then I'm like, I'll
yeah.
take it as a loss. But at the end of the day, it's like, okay, you're gonna give me a good review, but yeah, bro, the post office last week, man, they lost six of my VHSs. I had to refund two people last week, unfortunately. But the good thing is that those VHSs did not sell for a high dollar, so I'm okay with that. So
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and refund you your $2 or $3, whatever the ones they sold for.
See, and that's the thing, man. Anything can happen with the post office. For me, as crazy as it is, stuff doesn't get lost more as it'd be like if they're just kicking the box around, man. Like
Yeah.
just kicking it around. I had the last really crazy one I signed up because I'm always signing up for like new apps, right? And I signed up for an app called Insert Bid. And it's a
Hmm.
new app, a collectible app. And shout out to them, man. And this one, basically, they win the auction. It's like old school eBay where you set up the shipping and everything after the sale with the customer. So, I went and packaged the game up real nice. He won it for like $50. It was a game that I paid $2 for, so it was a win for me. Went and dropped it off. Then let's just say maybe like 3, 4 days later, because he wasn't far. I think he was in like Texas or something. So it didn't take that long for him to get it, and he texts me just pictures of the box just destroyed, the game like just mangled, and I'm like, what happened? He's like, bro, I think they ran it over. And
What?
yeah, bro. And I was like, man, at the end of the day, you know I was more upset for him because he bid on it, he was excited for it. It was a really clean Atari game, so it was from like 1982. It wasn't like something where you could get another one like that probably that fast or that clean. And he was bummed out. I went and refunded him. At the end of the day, like I said, I paid $2 for it, so I wasn't really that upset. But it was just like I lost that sale. Since then I haven't, and it has nothing to do with the app. But since then I haven't put anything on that app. Because my experience was obviously not positive, and it wasn't the app's fault at all. Shout out to them, but all because of the post office, man. And shout out to Interbit too, because they actually offered to send me like a T-shirt, and I totally forgot I never did it. They was like, hey, thanks for taking care of the customer. We'd like to, token our appreciation, and I just never um responded to it or whatever the case may be. Yeah, the post office, man, that wiped out a $48 profit. Right out the bat. I paid $2. The customer paid for shipping. It was a dream scenario. And basically, that app, they don't even have fees for the sellers. It's only fees for the buyer. So basically, that was a straight $48 profit. and yeah, it just wiped out, bro. They just ran it over, and I had it bubble wrapped all nice, but the weight of a mail truck can crush a lot of things, bro. So you can only pack it so good.
No, you're right. You can only pack it so good. You can only put so many fragile and do not bend stickers on it, and then these customers still get product and they end up still being damaged. Like I don't know how that even happens half of the time. It's mind boggling.
It's crazy. I think of it like this, man. It's upsetting to me, but then I'm like, I've thought of the thousands of things that I've shipped and it did get there. So,
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, I'm gonna cut y'all a little slack, but it hurts.
No, it does. It does, sir. Because you put that time and effort to pack it, to go to the post office, drop it off, ship it, hope that they get it in pristine condition. Like from the pictures that you're showing them or videos, and then for them to contact you and be like, "Hey, it got ran over, man. Like this post worker was pretty highly upset because they didn't get the Atari or whatever you sold."
Ex-
It just sucks. Or no, or like what sucks is like I don't know if I told you, but I know I never brought it up on any of the other episodes. But I know like a week ago I had to refund somebody, but they sent me a picture, bro. And they bought a T-shirt. And why did they send me a picture of the Bubba mailer empty?
No way, bro.
Yeah, they were like, "You sent the shirt, right?" Yeah. Why are you even questioning that? Like, why? And then they were like, they sent me a picture. Like, I'm gonna send you a picture, and they're like, "Look, there's nothing in the picture. I got a bubble mailer empty with nothing in here." I'm like, "I'm sure I put the dang shirt in there." They're like, "Well, I
That's
never received
crazy.
it," and I'm like, "Are you serious?" I'm like, "Someone really took the shirt out and just mailed in the bubble mailer with their shipping label." Like, yeah, I was kind of like, I was like sitting there like, dang, like I gotta refund this dude.
It's wild, man. I mean, stuff like that, you never expect it. That's the thing. Like it happens so randomly, bro. And it'll be the one thing that you don't think something like that happens, and then it just happens, man. Like I don't get it, bro. But I mean, I don't know. We put our faith in them every day, bro. and
Well, that's the thing, but like how you're saying, when you like you said, you put our faith in it, and then it's like the randomest things that you don't want to happen, or especially if it's like an item that, for instance, like how I had a couple big items sell for X amount of dollars. For those, it's like you want to make sure you put the time and effort, insurance, whatever on it, and God forbid it breaks, because you're not trying to refund somebody that X amount of dollars, especially how we discussed before in other episodes. Like you said, you get that high value item sold for a big amount. That money's long gone spent. It's already thought of like, hey, I got to pay this bill. I'm going to go out and buy some more inventory. I'm going to go take the kiddos out, and then you get that message and be like, hey, um, I received this product and I know I paid you this amount, X amount of dollars, but how are we gonna work this out? It's like, yeah, I don't know. I gotta figure that out. Cause I think I had that happen with me. I sold what was it? Gilmore Girls snow globe that I got from when we were at Warner Brothers.
mm,
And I sold it to the lady. I'm gonna be honest, sold it to the lady for $150 because I guess you can't find it no more.
damn.
I didn't put the insurance on it, but I put priority, bubbled wrapped the shit out of it. And that eBay ding. I got that eBay ding on the app, and I saw at least 11 pictures,
Um,
and I was just like, "What happened?" And she was like, "Yeah, I was really really expecting this item, but they gave me a damaged box, glass and literally the whole box was it was wet and damaged and glass everywhere. So what kind of sucked is I had to refund her that $150. It really hurt me, but it's like at the end of the day, it's like, what can I do about that?
yeah.
That's something out of our control. That's a post office. Like they just got some stupid workers doing stupid shit sometimes. They just don't care. But if it came to their stuff, they would care, obviously, right?
Yeah, man. I mean, man, I don't know, man. It's bad, but for me, I'm like, you know what? They've delivered enough for me the right way. Where sometimes I'm like, man, I just gotta give you a pass. I just gotta give you a pass, because you might have messed this one up, but you know what? You done came through a few times. They do just enough to stay on my good graces, man. Like UPS, I don't mess with UPS at all. I've had way more bad than good on UPS, but the post office is kind of like they've done enough good for me that like, okay, man, you mess up. It's kind of like your kid, like your kid messes up, but then it's like, all right, man, you're my kid, I'll let you.
Yeah, but the thing is, you're saying like your kid, but it's like, how many passes can you give them? Because after a while, you gotta go ahead and tell them like, hey, okay, like I already gave you 2 passes. Like enough to know. You can't be doing this shit over and over. I've already told you. That's how I feel with the post office. You keep telling them, you're not even telling them. You keep going over there. They see you regularly. Like, all right, Omar's our regular, so like we gonna go ahead and take care of him. But then, like out of 10 times you've gone over there, and then 5 times you damage my items, I gotta refund these people. Like, damn, you should refund the damn people.
Yeah, now you right. You 100% right, man. You
I'm
know,
like, shit.
somebody told me don't put fragile stickers on there because they just gonna kick it around.
I guess I need to not put fragile stickers on there because that's what I'd be doing. I'd be putting fragile stickers on my boxes. I have like my wife bought like rolls of them because
Yeah.
before when I wasn't putting fragile stickers on my items and I was just writing fragile, they were still getting damaged.
Man, see, yeah, you never know.
Bro, it's the post office workers. That's what it is. I think the days that we drop off our stuff, or maybe just me, it's just they're just having a bad day, and they're like, you know what? It says, like you said, it has a fragile stick on it, so they're like, okay, let me go ahead and kick it and see what's in here,
Man,
see if it breaks or not.
who
And
knows?
then what happens? It breaks, and then the customer gets it, and then I got to get refunded. I have to refund these guys.
Yeah, that ain't it, man. But you know what? Hopefully, fingers crossed, bro. Ring gonna have that for the holiday season, man. You know, hopefully all the new hires that they bring in, they teach them how to take care of the packages right, and everybody does their job effectively, and we can only things so good. So hopefully this season, fingers crossed, bro. No issues, man. No issues at all. Um, I got two that I gotta drop after this, so I'm hoping they get where they need to go. I think one is going
Yeah, I know.
to Texas, so that's not too far, but I think the other one's going somewhere in the East Coast. So the East Coast, really the out of the country ones are the ones that worry me the most, man. Cause I had like a really bad, not with post office, but with UPS, man, I had a really bad experience. I went and shipped a game to Denmark. And when you ship stuff out of the country, I do like customs and so I filled out the customs information, did all of that, attached it to the outside. There's like a whole procedure with that. So I did that. The game, for whatever reason, was undeliverable, right? So it got sent back. So I got the game back, no problem. About a month after that, I got a bill for 700 something dollars, bro.
In Denmark money
No, no,
or in
no,
U.S. money?
In American money, in American buddy. And I'm still, let's just say I'm still working on that because I'm not, I refuse. I'm like, bro, it cost me $40 to ship it. Why is it costing $740 to get it shipped back?
Yeah.
But that's something we're still working. But that's one of the main reasons I don't mess with UPS at all. Cause I've had way more issues, whether it's lost or broken down with UPS than any other than FedEx. I don't really use FedEx either, but FedEx is better, Post Office better, DHL, I mean, whoever, Camelback, I don't know, but I'm not using, UPS, man. So if anybody listening to this work for UPS, and you upset, I'm sorry, but y'all have done me wrong a few times.
Yeah, I only use UPS for Macari,
That's
depending
why,
on what it is.
exactly, because it's cheaper. That's
Yeah,
exactly.
that's the only reason why. I never use FedEx. I've never used FedEx. I think I probably used FedEx once or twice, but it was mainly on Macari, not on eBay. Because eBay, I usually just use post office. And the reason why I don't use FedEx or UPS on eBay, I feel like the prices on there on that platform are a lot more expensive than it would be in person. That's just my opinion. I don't know. I know. Well, we all know you haven't been on eBay, so I don't. So you can't really explain to me about that. But anything else, I know you can. Those I only used the post office on eBay, and then on Whatnot, same thing. Whatnot does priority, so I do that because I have the priority boxes. But everything else, like I said, I don't use UPS like that. Only on Macari, and then FedEx, like I said, once or twice. So I haven't had a bad experience with UPS, but mine is mainly the post office. I know it's like you said, like you stated, it's UPS. You haven't had anything with FedEx, stuff like that. So
Yeah, everybody's experiences are different, it's crazy. because I don't know, man. It's never like the cheap stuff. That's the funny part of it. It's never like a $5 game or something like that. It's always like a $200 console, bro, for me. Whenever it's like those type of issues. So it's frustrating. At the end of the day, man, I try to see the half glass. I mean the glass half full. Sorry, let me messing it up. But I'm like, other than UPS, the rest of them have gotten, thousands of this at this point of packages out for me throughout all these platforms that I sell at. So, and I would say it's about a 95% success rate. So, I'll take those odds, and just say a little prayer if I drop off something really expensive, have it blessed or whatever before I send it out so that nothing bad happens to it, man. Because, at the end of the day, the worst thing for us resellers is a refund, man. Refund and a bad review. Because sometimes you get a refund and you still get a bad review.
Yeah, yeah, you're right.
Especially when it's something that's really beyond your control, that's when it's frustrating. It's easier to take a knock when it's something that we did, but it's a lot harder to just accept when it's something that is beyond your control or that somebody else did. So hopefully if there's any other resellers or people listening to this right now, I'm hoping for all of us that our packages, buyers and sellers, so people that are buying and people that are selling, hopefully your transactions with the post office go well this holiday season, because everybody knows holiday season is hectic, man, for the post office, for delivering stuff in general. So if there was a time where there'd be an issue, it's now.
Yeah, you are totally right. I just thought about that. The holiday season is coming around the corner. The post office does really get busy, UPS and all that, but I know mainly the post office gets busy. So, you resellers out there, just for you to understand that when you're reselling and you have to take these stuff to the post office, from experience for me, I don't know about Omar, this happened to me last year during the holidays. A lot of my items did not get to these buyers within the amount of time that was stated from the me delivering it. So just a FYI to clarify, you're gonna have to be messaging these customers and letting them know, like updating, like, hey, I did mail your item. Post office is busy the holidays, like how Omar and I are talking about. They're here. You'll get them when you get them. And I know I had that issue last Christmas around that time, and a lot of the items were getting like 2-3 weeks later, and some were getting quicker than others, and then some I had to refund. And like Omar stated, you're going to get those reviews and it's out of your control, where these people, they just have the need to go ahead and just give you a bad review, whether they get it or not. But at the same time, as a reseller, don't take it personal. You're going to get bad reviews here and there. It doesn't mean you're a bad reseller or a bad individual. It just, things happens. It's out of our control. Stuff that has to do with the post office, UPS, FedEx, and so on and so forth. But at the end of the day, as long as you have more positive reviews and you know what you're doing, then all that matters is to just do what you need to do. You can't. There's no need to fight these customers, because sometimes there's these people that they're going to give you these messages and they're just going to try to, what is it, cyber bully you, so they can get their money or whatever, if they get the stuff for free. But the holidays around the corner, guys. You just got to know, just be patient. Me and Omar wish all you guys the best to get your sales out there for buyers and sellers. Package it right, and like we said, you can't control what happens with the post office and stuff like that.
Definitely, definitely, and I mean, things will. I'm hoping that we're gonna be busy, because the thing is, you don't have to worry about the post office if you ain't selling nothing, right? As crazy as it is, I'm hoping we all have to worry about the post office, because that means that we're at least making these sales, we're dropping off these orders. Throw a little extra bubble wrap in there if you got it. And yeah, man, I'm hoping for it to really pick up soon. I still believe it will. I know right now, just in general, not even talking about sales or anything like that, but I know it's a hectic time or a crazy time for a lot of people economically. So I understand that, overall, no matter what it is that a person is buying, maybe sales will be down. But I feel like the holiday season will still be the holiday season. And, that means orders are going to come in, and transactions will be made. And I still see life. I still see life for now, man. Hopefully we get on here, with the next episode, and we'll have a lot more positive experiences to share about, the sales that we made, or the post office doing their job, and all of that. That everything's good. It's gonna get better. It's gonna get better. I truly believe that.
Yeah, I truly agree with you too. It's going to get better. And then also, guys, hopefully we can give you an update on Omar's store on TikTok, guys, and my store. I'm just waiting to get reviewed. But if you guys want to buy anything and check Omar's TikTok shop, you guys could be gladly to go check out his stuff on there. His stuff is Games by Omar, like everything else on all his platforms, guys. You could check his stuff out on YouTube, his channel, his Instagram. You can also check out our Instagram channel, Thrift Chronicles Podcast on IG. Check us out on there also. I have my TikTok, We Be Thrifting, my Instagram, We Be Thrifting. We're on all platforms, whatnot, Facebook Marketplace, you name it, we're there. We try to be as organic as we can for all you guys to find us. So we'll try to keep you updated, like how Omar said, and till next time, we just on here giving you guys our experience and letting you know what's going on within the week. And till the next episode, I'm Johnny O, and
Games by Omar. Take it easy, everybody.
peace.
Peace.